Now, the terrible cost of winter flooding across East Yorkshire and Lincolnshire is still being counted. The land still saturated, but the effect on one of nature's wettest creatures, the otter, is much worse than expected. In short, it's been too wet for them and they need rescuing, as our environment correspondent Paul Murphy found out.
They are the unlikely victims of flooding, but even otters can have too much water. In the sodden landscapes of Lincolnshire, where rivers have been flooded for months, the otter population has been hit hard.
They are really, really strong swimmers. However, when a river is in flood and the current is really, really strong, they will struggle. Especially mums with cubs, they'll really struggle in the strong currents. And often what will happen is a cub won't be able to swim properly in the strong currents and they'll become separated from their mother.
Hey, Reggie. Hello, kiddo.
Those that are rescued from the floodwaters often end up here at a specialist rehab centre in Devon, where plentiful supplies of fresh fish and bottled milk can help them to recover.
She likes a fish.
Record numbers of cubs have been admitted here in recent months, but there are concerns about the overall impact of flooding on the UK's otter population.
It's one thing that's in their favour is they are very good at adapting. Whether they can adapt quick enough to cope with, flash floods and things like that, I think they'll struggle, and that's why, obviously they're a highly protected species, and it wouldn't take a lot to actually wipe out a complete population in a certain area.
The human impact of recent record flooding has been very evident, but we've also seen widespread habitat loss for a range of creatures, including the otter. And perhaps the question is whether our wildlife can adapt quickly enough to survive in a changing climate.
People wouldn't think maybe that otters would be affected by climate change, but they are. The amount of storms that we've had is absolutely crazy. It seems that we had one every week. It happens here in Lincolnshire and it happens all around the UK. They really struggle with this kind of weather.
The lucky ones to be rescued will build up their strength before being released back into the wild. As spring arrives and the floodwaters recede, it's hoped the otters can re-establish themselves on many of our rivers. Paul Murphy, BBC Look North.
There we are, the otters just reading this. Do they want to put the tooth fairy out of work? How am I going to give my grandchildren any pocket money, says Neil, who's in Beverley, talking about the cashless society. Thank you for watching this Wednesday night. Good to have you there, as always. Tonight's photograph, then, here it is. Stamford, it was taken by Flora. Just a little taste of spring. Thank you for that, Flora. Another picture tomorrow night, round about the same time. Paul is here.
I thought you'd be asking me if it was going to get any otter, Peter.
Oh, for heaven's sake. I was going to say you've been part of the cashless society for the last 25 years since I've known you, to be honest.
Peter, I just prefer other people to pay. I mean,
yeah, well, we know that. We know that,
yeah.
but I can't
you
make.
You still owe me for that cup of tea in 2007.
I can't make any jokes because I'll be told off for Yorkshire jokes if I do. So.
Right, would you like the headline, Peter?
Yeah, that's why he came in.
Because it is looking brighter. It's been a miserable first day of spring, hasn't it? And it's still rotten across Lincolnshire. Tomorrow, though, will be brighter with some sunshine. And then a real change coming for the weekend. Colder air coming down from the northwest with it. Blustery winds, sunshine and showers. It will feel colder, but temperatures just reverting back to the average for this time of the year. Now, there's the radar picture, and it's still chucking it down across parts of Lincolnshire. You can see that weather front just trying to pull out into Norfolk and the North Sea, and it'll do that by the end of the evening, and then we'll see an improvement heading southwards. And there might be some mist and fog. Winds are very light at the moment, but it will become fine, and we'll see temperatures certainly colder than previous nights, around 5 Celsius, that is 41 degrees Fahrenheit. So tomorrow's high water times in Grimsby and Cleethorpes at 3:48 and again at 3:39. So a bright start in the morning. There should be some sunshine around. The mist and fog will clear very quickly. And then it will be cloudy at times. There's a weak warm front in here somewhere that might bring just a few showers. But the emphasis is on a good deal of fine weather. And at times that cloud will break up with a little bit of sunshine in places. Temperatures still above average for this time of the year, ranging from 13 in Driffield to around about 15 around the Wash and southern parts of Lincolnshire. Further ahead then, a nice day on Friday, feeling cooler, but it should be dry with some sunshine. And there's a look at the weekend. It's windy and chilly with sunshine and scattered showers, and it does stay unsettled as we head into next week. Peter, that's the forecast.
Remember I showed that picture of your book last night by Lynn, who didn't buy it in Beverley, which she's written back today. She's not happy.
Oh.
She says, I am not a tight Beverley resident. She says, actually, I'm a relocated Scouser.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, they've got Scousers in Beverley now. They won't like that, will they?
No, they won't. Yeah, watch out
Scousers,
for your
no
hubcaps,
park and
I'm only
ride.
joking
It's
there.
going down. You're on your own, sunshine.
I know.
You're on your
Only
own.
joking.
Only joking. Have a nice evening.
See you